All right, welcome everybody online, YouTube, and Cameron. Excited to be part of the monthly marketing club in partnership with the Parkland Chamber of Commerce. And today we're going to be talking about referral relationship marketing connections. So, how can we use referrals in our business to further build connections, build new opportunities, and move things forward? Uh, question is, how many of you have received a great client through a referral? And if you've been in business any length of time, there should have been times when someone has come to you because of someone else, and it's turned out that they've been a great fit for you. Now, how many of those referrals that you've actually received have been because you actually have a system in place to generate referrals? So the generation of referrals on purpose is important within your business and giving people the opportunity to actually create those because referrals are powerful because they come with borrowed trust. So anytime that I say, "Hey, I love this product, you should try it," or "I love this service, I love working with these people, you should try it." Anytime that we do that, we are taking the trust and relationship that we have with someone and we're passing it over to someone else. So, recommendations from friends and family are among the most trusted forms of advertising, with one study showing that 92% of consumers trust earned media like recommendations from people they know. So, buying power comes from people you trust. It's like, I'm going to Yorkton, I'm going to another city. What type of restaurants have you tried there? Where should we go? That question comes up all the time in a variety of different ways. And it's one of the most sought after ways that we find out the people that we're going to work with. Uh, for an example, I was looking for a new muffler for my truck, and I said, "Who in the area is doing this?" And I asked a bunch of friends. And then through that, we find out who we can work with in the area. So when someone says you should call this person, they're transferring some of their credibility to your business or organization. So anytime that you have that trust being transferred over, you don't have to start from scratch. So, in different than referrals, but along the same line, I wanted to bring this up. So, when we're making purchases, especially online, things like this. So, testimonials, uh, real customers sharing their positive experiences. We look at these testimonials and we say, is this good or bad? Online reviews are a huge example of this. So when you're on, say, you're buying on Amazon, you're buying on someplace, you're looking at the different products and saying, which one should I buy? And then you'll find yourself scanning through the reviews and saying, what is everyone else's experience with this product? Is it positive? Is it negative? And your purchase will greatly depend on what other people are saying. If people are saying, this is a terrible product, chances are very slim that you're going to risk buying that terrible product. So other things like case studies, social proof, so signs that people are actually worth following. So what is their people count, client logos, sold out events, trusted by sections, word of mouth. Who is talking about who? Partner recommendations. So that's complementary businesses. So often, especially in the trades, you'll find someone, "Hey, I need an electrician. Who do you got?" And it's like, "Okay, I've worked with XYZ. You should check these guys out." And it's quick and easy, and that happens all the time. Same thing with partner recommendations. That's along the same line. Influencer creator endorsements. This one you can take with a grain of salt because there's some influencer endorsements that I could care less about. And then there's other ones where if you actually trust the influencer or creator and you believe them and you have sort of that follower mentality of that particular creator, they may have social proof. If it's a new creator, then it's the same thing as a cold call. You don't know them from anyone, and it's actually less likely that you'll trust them and their products. User-generated content. So that's content like someone goes out and buys a trampoline, they post it on their Facebook wall, and they're like, "Hey, check out the kids on the new trampoline. We absolutely love it." You see that, you're in the market for a trampoline, you're like, "Well, I should try that one out as well." They love it, so I'll probably love it. Media mentions, PR, so that's local news, podcasts, blogs, industry publications, all bring credibility to you, as well as certifications, awards, and badges. So, for example, being part of the Chamber of Commerce, it brings a little bit of a business credibility, and that, yes, they're a serious business and they're not just a fly by night operation that's going to disappear tomorrow. And they care about the community by supporting XYZ and all of those type of things. I don't even think I had on their community involvement, but that would be another thing. So these are all different type of ideas that are similar to the referral engine in that you're looking for that positive feedback from people that you work with who are then going to share with their friends, with fellow business owners. And when people ask, I'm looking for someone to help me with this particular problem, you'll come top of mind and will be given that. So, what's the difference between a cold lead and a referral lead? So, with a cold lead, who are you and why should I trust you is the first question that's asked. If you just call someone out of the blue and you say, "Hey, I'm a flower shop downtown. I've got some flowers for you. I want you to buy them." And they're just like, "How do I know that? I know nothing about you." Whereas my friend said that I should talk to you, it's a completely different situation. They said that you have flowers and that they're awesome. I want to buy flowers. You've already skipped over all of that time when you need to feel each other out, find out if you're legit, get to know each other. You're already moved on to the relationship stage, which greatly increases the amount of sales that you can get from that particular referral. So, key benefits referrals usually come in warmer, they often close faster, they're usually a better fit for your business. Whereas if you just get someone who is off the street, they may or may not be a fit because you haven't had a relationship yet. They're less dependent on ads and cold outreach, so they cost less, and they often create more referrals later on. Referrals can account for a meaningful share of new customers, somewhere in the range of 10 to 35%, depending on the business and the program maturity. So, how much of a referral system you have in place. So, a lot of my tips and tricks and stuff I've taken from Duct Tape Marketing from John, and fantastic. He's got a ton of different stuff up there. One of them is called the Referral Engine, and it's a great read. So if you're looking to learn more about this, you can look and pick up that book. So, lesson number one from this is be remarkable enough to refer. One of the biggest ideas is that people refer businesses that are easy to talk about. So, if on two sides, one, you're doing an amazing job and you're actually doing what you say you're going to do, and people like the quality of your work and all of those things. Uh, be remarkable enough to refer. People aren't going to refer you, even if you have an amazing referral uh, program, if they don't actually like what you're doing. So, one, you have to be an amazing business. But two, biggest idea is people refer businesses that are easy to talk about. So that doesn't mean that you need to be wild or gimmicky. It just means that people need a simple story that they can repeat. We do XYZ. So, for example, bad referral languages, if you're looking at us, they do marketing stuff. They do marketing stuff. So, a little bit better, they help small businesses clean up their website and get found online. It's a little bit more of an understanding of what actually happens. So, even better, they help small businesses turn confusing websites into clear ones that bring in better leads. And so there's a better expectation of what exactly is happening. So the the more clear that you can be about your business and who you are and how you help customers, and you actually go in and target that, the easier it is for them to actually refer to other people. If you just sort of shotgun and do everything all at once, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Now, there's many of us that do many different types of tasks for clients, but they're maybe split into different divisions or whatever. And you still need to, you can still segment those, but you're wanting to be referred for the exact product or service that you're carrying out with that particular customer. You're not going to, if you have a shop where you sell, let's say, printers and then hair dryers are your two main things. You do them both, but they're kind of separate. You're not going to get a printer client and then try to get them to refer hair drying to their friends. It doesn't make sense. They need to refer about their specific experience with you. So, a quick and easy sort of way that you can lay this out is we help blank do/get blank without blank. So, for example, we help busy homeowners get reliable lawn care without chasing down contractors. And so, this is why we harp so much on understanding your target market, understanding your voice and your brand, and making sure that you understand who you are and how you serve people, because it makes things like referral marketing so much easier. We help small businesses get better bookkeeping without feeling buried in spreadsheets, or we help families plan events with less stress and more support. Quick, easy, to the point. If your customers cannot quickly explain what you do, they will not refer you very often because it makes it harder for them to understand how to share it with other people. So, lesson number 2, know who you want referred. We don't want every single customer. Many businesses say, send us anyone. That sounds open, but it makes referring harder. A better referral ask is specific. So this comes down to the velvet rope and saying, which customers do I actually want? Which people should be a good fit for our business, and which ones should actually, they're not the customer that we want. They don't have the budget. They don't have this. There's not enough of them, et cetera, et cetera. If you know who you are and who you serve, it's easier to turn away those that you don't serve or tasks that you don't do, because otherwise you end up chasing these shiny things all over the place. So a weak ask, let me know if you know anyone who needs our service. Stronger, do you know any local businesses? So now we're looking just specifically for local businesses. We know that we're not a business that serves people across North America. Do you know any local business owners who are frustrated with their outdated website and know they need to make a change this year? So specifically, website, local people. That's who we're after. Uh, Another thing might be, do you know any local business owners who are frustrated with their French website? You know, however it is. So the referral trigger formula is this. Do you know anyone who is blank and needs blank? And you can just steal that and put your own answers right in those blanks, and away you go. So, for example, do you know anyone who just bought a house and needs help with renovations? Targeting new house owners. You could also say, do you know anyone in the area who just bought a house and needs help with renovations? One of the easiest sort of referrals within that area is say kitchen cabinets or something like that. You could be, do you know anyone who has old of your friends who has old kitchen cabinets and needs help with renovations? And then if they say yes, then you could offer them something that could be an incentive for that people. It's just like, hey, here, share this 5% off coupon with them, and they could, however it is that you build your referral program. But there's different opportunities within that, depending on what your particular service is, in order to create things to make it easy for people to share, but then also for those people to be involved. Do you know any business owners who are tired of dealing with unreliable IT support? Do you know any parents looking for a summer activity that gets their kid outdoors? Do you know any farmers who want to keep a better eye on their yard, fuel tanks, or livestock? Lesson number 3, ask at the right moment. Referrals should not feel desperate or awkward. They should just be a regular part of the conversation. And the best time to ask is after a positive experience. So you've just performed an amazing service for someone. that's when you should, and they're happy with it, they've paid, it's all good. That's the best time to ask for a referral, not a month later after they forgot about you. Contrary to popular belief, people aren't thinking about you 24/7. Good referral moments include a customer gives you a compliment, a project is successfully completed, a client leaves a good review, a customer renews or buys again, a customer says, "You made this so much easier." A client thanks you for solving a problem, and the list could go on probably for hundreds of different things. So look for those positive interactions. Now, with that said, you don't want to be asking for referrals constantly. There's the other side to referrals that we forget about is like, yes, you want a referral, but if I have a friend who maybe wants your product, they may not even know that they want it yet until a month or two from now. But I just want to be top of mind so that when that friend recommends me, it's at the right moment. So John Jantz refers to these as moments of truth, where the customer has just experienced value and is more likely to share it. So testimonials and reviews are often coming from that particular spot and then saying, hey, by the way, who else can we help? So a simple script. I'm really glad you're happy with how this turned out. We're always looking to help more people like you. Is there anyone you know who might need help with something similar? So another softer version, if someone comes to mind who could use this kind of help, we'd be grateful if you passed our name along. More direct version, who else do you know that's dealing with this same problem? Let's say that you're dealing with radon or something like that. Something where you could just be like, hey, you know, if your neighbors have had a radon check done in their house, could you introduce me? And sometimes it's about asking for an introduction. That in itself will carry that trust across. Lesson number 4, making referral easy. If it's not easy to do, not going to do it. So most people are willing to refer, but they're busy. Like we're all busy. So do not make them figure out what to say. You can make things easier for them. So some tools, a short referral email that they can simply forward. A referral page on your website. One thing that we've done before is actually create a form that people can just fill out a couple words, but then it shows the entire referral email that will be sent. So then they just put in a couple words, hit send, and then the whole email is sent out. QR code that goes to a referral form, shareable social media post, review link, business card with a referral offer. This could go the same thing with like a coupon or some other type of material. Who we help, one pager or a follow-up email after project completion. Something that's simple that just automatically goes out once a project is done. Modern best practices include putting referral prompts where customers already interact with you, such as onboarding email, invoices, post-project emails, review requests, customer portals, and email signatures. Uh, Sorry, there's a fluff here. uh, Something like QuickBooks. I don't know about Sage or any of the other ones online, but I know that QuickBooks Online now has an automated review feature. When someone pays an invoice with you, it'll ask them for a review. And if they rate it a high star, then you can enable a request for referral as well that people could then fill out. But it's not something that people are necessarily just going to do in that manner. The whole idea of here's a project I did with you, who can I talk to, is a harder sell than a friend coming to that person and saying, I'm looking for someone who does XYZ. And then you being like, oh, I just had so and so help me with that. It's, or if you, in our world, if we're doing marketing, we finish a website and then the client tells everyone, hey, I just got this website done and these are the people who did it for me. And then someone looks at it and say, hey, my website sucks. I need help with it. Uh, Check out Bankert. So that's sort of the thing. There's more credibility in that way as opposed to your client then trying to sell your services. If people aren't ready to buy, then it's going to be a harder sell, but not impossible. B2B referral program advice now often includes specific tools in customer communication like referral buttons, social share cards, or tiered rewards or referral prompts. I've had mixed reviews with referrals. We do have a referral program so that if someone does refer our services, they can get a credit as well as a credit for the person who has done the referring. But it's not top of mind, so it's really not a program that a lot of people take advantage of, not as many as you would think. It's better just to do awesome work and give people the tools to be able to share what you're up to with their group. But for the sake of this, an example referral email customer can forward is something as simple as this. Subject: thought you might want to connect. Hi, name. I worked with business name and had a great experience. They helped us with specific result or problem. I thought of you because you mentioned needing help with something similar. You can reach them here. Hope it helps. Something like that that you can share with your customers that they can then, or clients that they can then refer other people with. Just making it available goes a long way. Lesson number 5, build a simple referral system. So identify your best referral sources. So these could be happy customers, past clients, vendors, like who are you actually going to get referrals from? And learning from those people as to what works and what doesn't work. It could actually be complementary businesses. Complementary businesses are a great way to get referrals. And it's the same thing as we talked about last time when I presented about collaborative marketing. Referrals, collaborative marketing, you can say, right and left hand as far as that. Define your ideal referral. Be clear about who you want. Create your referral ask. Make it specific and easy to answer. Create your referral tools. Give people a link, a message, a form card, a page they can share. Specifically, what is the action that people are going to take when they connect with you? Follow up and say thank you. If you get a referral from someone, make sure to say thank you about from that referral, even if the lead doesn't close, because people want to know that their effort and their referral is actually being acknowledged. So not every referral needs a cash reward. Often we want to attach values with referrals, like, hey, make a referral and we'll give you $100. And we've done a ton of that. We do that all the time. But sometimes a thank you card, a recognition, or a gift can make it feel less genuine. Personal follow-up is probably better. For some professional services, trust and relationship matter more than a gimmicky incentive. So just if I was to break everything down into some notes and you were to fill things out, this is a worksheet question that you can just jot down. My best customers are, what's the answer to that? The problem they usually have is, a good referral for me is, my referral ask will be, so do you know anyone who XYZ? One place I can add a referral prompt is, so what's just one spot where you can add a referral prompt? Might be in your email signature, might be just on your website. And one person I will ask this week is this. And when you go about asking for referrals, just take a note of how you did it and the response to it and the customer and everything. And then as you go along, tweak and change because it will adapt over time. You'll get better at it and you know, your response to all of it will become much improved over time. Referrals are not about begging for business. They're about making it easy for happy customers to help someone else find you. Some ways that Banker Marketing can help you is marketing strategy, partner campaign planning, event promotion, social media content, and all of these other fun things. And thanks for joining us today. Sometimes the fastest way to grow isn't louder marketing, it's smarter relationships. I used that for my last um, workshop, but I thought it was very applicable for this one as well. So thanks so much for hanging with us today. If you want to learn more about our upcoming workshops, make sure to check it out at bankert.ca. And we're so excited that you're spending this time with us.